Secondary School, number 5, Nakai Richardson. From St. Martin Secondary School, number 6, Manveer Purdy. And from St. Francis Xavier Secondary School, number 8, Anthony Fresh. Basketball fans, let's meet your starting 5 for the blue team. From Thornley Secondary School, at point guard, number 1, Tyler Garcia. From Pine Ridge Secondary School, number 7, Michael Lavery. From London Basketball Academy, number 9, Shannon Sharp. From Bill Carruthers Secondary School, number 11, Zayden Cross. And from the NPA Championship, from the Junior Circuit Champions, from Thornley Secondary School, number 12, Leonard Miller. Basketball fans, let's meet Team Red, coached by Nick Craig, Javon Herbert, and Peter Manners from Crestwood Preparatory. On Team Red, from Michael Powers, St. Joseph High School, number 2, Derek and Parson. From Windsor Basketball, number 3, Andrew Loya. Shouts out again. From Canada Top Line Academy, number 5, Adam Barney. From St. Marguerite de Youville Secondary School, number 6, Ose Okoji. From Frontenac Secondary School, number 8, Sam Plater. From Michael Powers, St. Joseph, number 11, Nicola Rajic. And from Holy Trinity Catholic Secondary School, number 9, Augustus Perez-Dinkins. Basketball fans, let's meet your starting 5 on Team Red. From Crestwood Preparatory College, number 1, the point guard, Miguel Ty. From St. Martin Secondary School, number 4, DJ Jackson. From Pine Ridge Secondary School, number 7, Elijah Mahi. From Crestwood Preparatory College, number 12, Emmanuel Oludele. And the number 1 player in 2023 in the world, from Crestwood Preparatory College, number 10, Elijah Fisher. Basketball fans, can we please rise for the playing of our national anthem, Oh Canada.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first ever National Junior Circuit All-Star Classic here at Humber College, home of the Humber Hawks. Great history in this building. down in the heart of Toronto here. I'll be joined by my partner, Drew Ebanks, in just a moment. Anthony Gaio on hand. And of course, some of the best players in the world. Forget just Canada. This is the best players in the world right now. Some of them at least. And of course, one of the best, #1 ranked in the NBA 2023 draft, Elijah Fisher, joined by Drew Ebanks right now. Drew, what do you expect from a game like this tonight?
Hey Anthony, how you doing, man?
Great, great.
What an intro that was. It's unbelievable to see the talent that's out here today. Unreal warm-up and intro right there. Glad to be here. Glad to be a part of this, the NJC All-Star Classic, the inaugural. We have some of the best 9s and 10s in the world right here. You're going to see future leaguers on the floor, future NCAA players, future U Sports players, you name it, future prep players. There are some of them already, but unbelievable talent.
And the tip is off. Team Blue will grab it. Just like that, DJ Jackson with first steal, misses the layup that time, and it'll go to the blue ball. A little bit sloppy play here to start off. Of course, Tyler Garcia with the ball now, MVP of the NJC Championship. Attacking early that time, can't get it to go, and back the other way comes Mikkel Tyne and Team Red. Fisher swings it. Beautiful drive that time, unable to finish. Back the other way, and that's the opening basket of the night. Zayden Cross.
A lot of talent right there, Zayden Cross. Bill Crothers in the building, had a great season, evolving as a player as well.
See Mikkel Tyne answer back right there and get back to Zayden Cross. I was watching film on him earlier today, and just what stands out is his court vision. It's crazy. It's wonderful. Well ahead of his time. Back to Garcia up top. Going to take a long-range shot. No doubt about it. Nothing but net. Tyler Garcia.
And that's why he's an all-star, an NJC all-star, Anthony. Unbelievable shot. It's a very high-arcing shot, but he knows what he can do out there on the floor.
Oh, acrobatic play that time by Tyne, unable to finish. Back comes Garcia and Team Blue. Try to get a little too fancy that time. Back comes Jackson. Jackson taking it in strong. Can't bank it off glass. And back comes Team Blue. Sharp throws it into Cross. Can't get it to go. Sharp on the rebound. And, of course, Shadon Sharp, the record 58 points in the NJC League. That's a record right there.
Yeah, he's a player who has a lot of potential from out in LBA, London Basketball Academy. Such hops he has. Watch out for him, Anthony. He's going to probably try to throw something down out here today.
Can't get it to go that time. Back comes Fisher. Beautiful bounce pass that time. First foul of the game coming up. Heading to the line.
Looks like Leonard Miller on the foul right there. Got a Thornley. And Leonard's an interesting player. Unbelievable championship run for him as well. Leading Thornley in that championship game against Crestwood. He's got so much talent. Younger brother of Emmanuel Miller, who was Virginia Tech bound. Obviously, we're going to see what happens there now with Buzz Williams moving on from Virginia Tech, it looks like. And so we'll see what happens to his big brother.
Talent is definitely in the family.
Most def.
Cross, beautiful shot that time. Zayden Cross. Fisher going to take it up court for Team Red. Of course, you know what he can do. Trying to attack early here, and he gets the foul, and he's going to head to the line at a chance at an old-school three-point play.
Elijah Fisher is such a special player. He just goes after it. When he's on the floor, he takes no prisoners. He's got that attitude, that old-school mentality, which I love to see.
He's making Canadians around the nation proud, that's for sure. He's going to be talked about in the same breath as R.J. Barrett and some of the better Canadians coming up and already in the league. Garcia, another long-range shot. He makes no mistake about it again. Tyler Garcia.
I mean, we saw that. They just came off the BioSteel game, and he was doing the same thing there in the Futures game. Tyler Garcia is very underrated. People should have him as one of the top young players in this country. Very understated, Anthony, on the floor, though.
And not only understated, but undersized. And for him to get it done the way he's been getting it done, speak of beautiful acrobatic shot that time, unable to get it to go, but Tyne comes away with the rebound. But getting back to Garcia, yeah, the way he does it with his height, and Jackson gets it to go, plus the foul that time. Like I said, Garcia is going to be special.
DJ Jackson from St. Martin in Mississauga. He's another point guard with size, DJ. He gets it done at 6'4", the point guard for that St. Martin. He's the head of the snake there. And I tell you, the potential oozing out of DJ Jackson is unreal, folks.
He completes the three-point play that time. Garcia looking to make it 3 for 3, unable to hit that time. But on the
and there
rebound.
It is.
Oh, beautiful.
Sharp off the rebound. I'm telling you, if you don't know his hops, folks, you better get used to it. Shaden Sharp out of the London area. His family's in the building. Mom and pop, mom right there in the purple. You know, dad here as well, coming from London. He is a tremendous talent coming up at 6'4", a guard and with talent and bunnies.
That's for sure. Putting it on display. Elijah Fisher with the offensive board, but he turns it over that time. Gets it right back. Fisher in the low post. Beautifully done that time. 6'5", just, we're going to talk about it. We're going to sound like a broken record, but this kid is uber talented. Nice drive inside that time, unable to finish.
That's Quabs from Thornley. Again, a champion this year, going to the rack.
Good block that time by Sharp. Team Red gets it back. Going in strong that time, unable to finish. DJ Jackson on the board. They finish. Back comes Sharp. Can't get it to go. But
watch out.
Oh, his strength is just unreal as well.
Shaden Sharp, I'll tell you right now, Shaden Sharp and Elijah Fisher are building up a rivalry. I can see it happening. Those two are going to be going at it for many years to come.
Garcia trying to pull the cross up. Oh, can't get it to go. Tough shot that time. Oh, good athletic play, unable to finish that. And there's Udale.
That's Oludele, Crestwood Preps, big man.
Oh, Zayden Cross showing the strength. He's going to head to the line for 2.
And subs coming in for both teams right now. Going to have to see who's coming on the floor for them, Anthony.
I talked to both coaches before the game. They said, you know, they're going to take it a little bit easy here. They're going to go 5 in, 5 out most of the time. So they just want to have fun, but also, both of them also said, you know, if it gets down to winning time, they're going to try and win this game, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, you want to get the job done. You want to have fun, obviously. I want to see plays like what Shaden just made, guys dunking on guys crossing guys over. The problem with all-star games at times, Anthony, is players take it too seriously. Mm-hmm. Come on now, make a play. Let the audience, let the fans, you know, have some enjoyment out here.
Exactly. Back the other way. Oh, can't handle the ball. Good feed, and Cross finishes once again.
Cross is another player who people have to pay attention to him. He's listed as 6 feet, which is incredible. It's wrong. Definitely, yeah. He's taller than that.
Way taller.
Wiry body, but he can do it all. He can shoot it from the outside, and he can take it to the hole.
Hard drive that time. Unable to finish was Antwi. There comes Team Red. Long shot. Beautifully done that time. Oseo Koji.
Dewville player right there. A lot of talent from that Brampton area. Quabs can't get that to go. Here's an interesting guy, Anthony, number 2, Amponza. Great player, Derek. He had a great season for Michael Power. Want to shout out Michael Power.
Good job. Getting in the lane that time by Sam Plater, taking a strong to the hole. Good find. Open shot, in and out. Cross on the offensive board, can't get it to go.
You love to see them battling. Even though it's an all-star game, guys are trying to make plays on defense.
Open shot that time. Hand was down. Back comes Team Blue. Good find. In and out once again for Team Blue. There's a lid on the rim right now.
I'm actually surprised this game's tied at 21.
Travel. First time you're going to see Augustus Brasdeikis, of course, the little brother of Ignas Brasdeikis, who is in the building today. Unfortunately, his Michigan Wolverines didn't get past the Sweet 16, but he had a great tournament, and he'll be NBA bound. He's gonna be a star in this league. He's gonna make the nation of Canada very proud. It's that time Anthony Vresh getting the and one.
To the line, trying to make it a three-point play.
An offensive board that time, can't hit. Back comes Team Red. Verdi. No, I beg your pardon. That time it was Okoji. That time inside, he finishes on the layup off glass. Rajic.
Rajic is another player. He's strong inside for Michael Power. Had a great circuit season in the NJC.
Seatram able to finish off glass that time off baseline drive. Good cutoff that time. And now once again, there's Anthony Vresh. And I want to say I apologize if I get his last name wrong. I was talking to him before the game, Anthony Vresh, and he was saying I was getting it wrong, but he said it was close enough, so apologies to Anthony Vresh.
St. Francis Xavier, St. FX baller right there. Don't worry about it, we're going to get it right.
Off glass, beautifully done that time by Seatram again. 2 baskets in a row.
Bill Crothers represent right there.
Sloppy pass.
As you can see, even with his size or lack thereof, he can get to the hole. He's very fearless as a young guard.
Back up the court comes Team Blue, letting it fly. Good block that time. That was Mponsa with the 3-point block and acrobatic play. Seen a lot of those tonight so far, and not a lot of finishes on those acrobatic plays.
No, it's not always the best play. I think you don't want to avoid contact. You want to make sure you get something, either going to the line or get up a good shot. If you have to take a shot like that, you might as well not even take it. Move the ball around and get it back on the outside.
Another big substitution coming in. DJ Jackson and Elijah Fisher back into the game, along with Mikkel Tyne and Elijah Mahi. Tyne now one-on-one with Vresh. He's going to take the pull-up jumper. Good defense that time, but on the offensive glass, going up strong. That was Mahi.
You got to love Mahi. He's a fearless player. Pine Ridge representing right there. He's a player to watch in the future, Elijah Mahi.
Brasdeikis looking to take it in strong, and he slips on the floor that time.
And speaking of Brasdeikis, guess who's in the building? Iggy, older brother, Michigan. He's in the building supporting his younger brother, and that's great to see. Iggy Brasdeikis coming through and supporting Canadian basketball.
Corner 3 that time, and he hits it. Beautiful shot that time by Makai Richardson out of Vaughan Secondary School. Oh, beautiful cross in the lane. So he's going to head to the line for 2 that time. Elijah Mahi on the attack once again. 51 seconds remaining in this first quarter. It's been a rather high-scoring first quarter, to say the least. 30-25 right now for Team Blue.
And it seems like no timeouts, nothing. Everybody's just going up and down the floor, which is good. You don't want to have a break in play. You want to make all-star games go as smooth as possible. Referees are letting them play out there as well.
Hard drive inside, beautifully done off glass by Nathan Christopher.
Christopher out of Canada Top Flight. Want to give a lot of recognition to Tony House from Top Flight, who started this NJC, and we've kind of helped him to continue to grow it, man.
Exactly, and on that last play, Elijah Fisher showing off the handles and the finishing ability. Christopher blocked that time. I beg your pardon, that was Jax Brooks who was blocked on that play. It's going to stay with Team Blue, however.
A lot of hustle for both teams right now. Blue leads by 3, 32-29. 13 to go. It's been a pretty good first quarter. The NJC All-Star Classic, the inaugural one. And we have a lot to talk about tonight, Anthony, especially talking about things that are going to be happening in the NJC League.
Sloppy play that time. And you said a lot of things happening in the NJC League. Of course, just announced recently that there's going to be a women's division now next year. And I think that's great for the NJC to integrate that. And of course, next year we'll probably see a women's All-Star Classic as well.
Oh, definitely.
Time Fisher beating the buzzer. 32-31 right now for Team Blue or Team Red at the end of one. We're going to take a break right now, and we'll be back for the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back to the NJC All-Star Classic alongside Drew Ebanks, Anthony Gaio on hand. 32-31 for Team Blue here over Team Red, and it was a great first quarter. What did you take away from that first quarter, Drew?
Well, I took away that both teams are playing hard right from the get-go. It's a bit sloppy, Anthony. You know how these all-star games go. You know, things are a little bit frantic, but guys are playing. There you go. Antwi with the bucket. I think it showed a lot of talent in the first quarter. You see Elijah Fisher getting it done. You'll go over the stats in a couple seconds, but he's playing hard, and you saw the big dunk by Shaden Sharp as well out of LBA, London Basketball Academy.
Of course, Zayden Cross making a reasonable statement here. Looks like he's trying to get that MVP of the All-Star game at 9 points in the first quarter that time. See Mahi hitting a 3 that time.
Mahi's looking good right now. I think he's got 7 points after that 3, Anthony.
Off glass, can hit. Back comes Fisher and Team Red. Elijah swings it to his teammate Tyne. Off the front of the iron, and back comes Team Blue. Nearly turnover, and it is turnover. Mahi going in strong, can't hit. Another offensive rebound. Team Blue struggling on the offensive board right now.
Yeah, they got to get their defensive rebounding, you know, on point. Pardon the pun.
Christopher getting in strong. Fisher. Oh, what a strong drive! Got tied up that time. Beautiful play.
Antwi with the steal. Nice pass. And it looks like they have some good chemistry right there. Christopher playing well as also for Team Blue. Canada top flight representing in this game. And we want to thank Humber College for having us here. What an amazing facility. Their staff, unreal. They always do an A+ job. And they're hosting us here for the inaugural All-Star Classic, NJC All-Star Classic.
Off the mark that time. And getting back to Humber, it's as Elijah Fisher comes in strong this time, nearly loses the ball. They can't get to finish. But speaking of Humber, I'm I'm from Niagara College, so they're a bit of our rivals here, but I gotta say, they got a great facility here. I completely agree with you, and once again, come from me now, thank you, Humber, for having us here for the NJC All-Star Classic.
I've been coming to this gym for a long time, watching Canadian basketball. I remember the days of before your time, Anthony, guys like Phil Dixon and others here, Rowan Barrett Sr., and this was the big tournament, the Humber College Classic, and it's still going on, and they've always had great teams, always had a great basketball tradition. And if you haven't come to a game and saw the rivalry between Humber and Sheridan, folks, you must do that next season, because those two teams, whether it's at Sheridan in Brampton, at the campus up there, or if it's here at Humber, the competition level is always crazy. And I'll tell you, this whole stand right to the back behind us fills up. Standing room only here at Humber, as well as in Sheridan in Brampton. So it's an amazing tradition. I think it's one of the best basketball rivalries in Canada.
Oh, without a doubt. In the OCAA's, it's unrivaled. And of course, they faced off against each other this year in the OCAA championship. Congratulations to the Sheridan Bruins for ultimately taking home that gold. They definitely thought that they should have taken it home last year, and they made a case for it. But of course, Seneca Sting coming away with the big victory last year and going on to nationals and winning.
Yeah, that was huge. Obviously, Canadian basketball growing. That Seneca team, I followed them for the last 2-3 years, and what they did there, nobody would have thought they would have won that national title.
Back comes Garcia and Team Blue. Oh, beautiful crossover in the lane. Blocked that time. But Garcia.
Radjicic with the block. Nice defense there. Didn't give up on the play.
Good find. Unable to hit the three, and another offensive board. That time, Amponza hits the three. 40-43 right now. Team Red has taken the lead. 6:50 to go in the second quarter. Oh, beautifully done that time by Miller off glass.
Leonard Miller, I don't know if he called that, but it still counts. 43-42, Red with the 1-point lead. Look at Miller playing D.
Love to see that in an all-star game. Oh, what an answer.
That's another top flight player right there, Adam Barney. He's showing he definitely belongs in the game.
Back comes Amponza. Oh, nearly turned it over that time. I'm going to call it double dribble on Amponza.
Team Blue basketball. Substitutions on the court for Team Blue and Team Red.
It's a pretty good game so far. I mean, both teams are kind of getting at it, getting it done.
Well on pace to go over 100, that's for sure. Miller again, unable to hit.
And I just want to say thank you to the board, first of all, the board of directors, and I mentioned Tony House as well. Obviously, Ro Russell on the board, Fred Granum, Kyle as well on the board, Curtis McLean, CM Sports. We want to say thank you to all the supporters this year. BioSteel in the mix as well. Dines Sports, Kyle Dines I mentioned before. Great team we have here for the NJC. And look at this, it culminates in this all-star game tonight.
Beautiful shot that time by Lemoore. Koji trying to go in strong. Beautiful up and under the basket, and he lays it in off glass. What an acrobatic play by Koji, and that's what he really brings to the table.
We are seeing the talent that's going to be around the next little while in Canada. It's unbelievable the talent level that's out here on the floor.
Back comes Team Red. Koji. Oh, good give and going to Koji. Looks like he got fouled that time, but he finished it anyways.
Referees ain't calling no fouls in an all-star game. What a take, though. You got to love him. You know, his body is not yet fully developed, but I'll tell you, you could see the talent, you could see the length on him right there.
Watching the NJC All-Star Classic here at Humber College. Timeout right now on the floor for Team Blue. Drew Ebanks here, Anthony Gaio on hand. It's been a tight but high-scoring game here with still over 4:30 left in this half. 50-47 right now for Team Red. Zayden cross back to Garcia. Garcia tried to pull that cross multiple times tonight. Oh, beautiful step back. Garcia unable to finish, and Sharp on the follow again. Didn't dunk it, but it was still as spectacular.
Unbelievable. You better box out if you're down there. I'll tell you, if you don't box out against Sharp, you're going to get dunked on, folks.
Okoji hard in the lane, and Okoji finishes it off glass. Defense has been a little lackluster today, but that's what you expect in an all-star game. Back comes Plater. And Ponza taking it in strong. Time Barney can't hit. Zayden Cross has a lane, and he finishes it hard. Beautifully done that time by Zayden Cross.
Cross can do that. He can score inside, he can get to the basket at will, and he can also drop the three on you. An amazing talent.
Nice shot that time by Sam Plater.
And Plater's a young player out of Frontenac, Kingston. Look at that. Look at the drive and covering of ground by Cross.
I can't believe they still listed him at 6 foot. That is not a 6 foot human right there.
No, I told him before the game. I asked him about that. I said, Zayden, they got you listed at 6 feet. Come on, man. I'm 6 feet. You're a lot taller than that.
See another big switch coming here for Team Red. Getting Fisher, Mahi, and Jackson back on the floor. Bresh taking it up for Team Blue. Jackson guarding him. Oh, try to get the oop that time. Unable to go. Mahi got a 4-on-1 here. Mahi's going to take it himself. Oh, what an acrobatic play by Elijah Mahi.
You know, that's a coast-to-coast drive. Mahi showing full talent right there. Pine Ridge, they have something special in Elijah Mahi.
Brzdeikis gets the ball taken away from him. Euro step in, can't finish that time. Back comes Jackson and Team Red. They got numbers. DJ Jackson loses the ball, but here's Plater. Try to lay it up to Fisher. Unselfish basketball right now. Looks like Jackson stepped out of bounds that time.
And you make a good point. I mean, usually in all-star games, you have to beg guys to pass the ball. But in this game, you can see well-coached players. They don't care if it's an all-star game or not. They're making the best play.
Without a doubt, Zayden Cross unable to hit the long three that time, and Fisher comes down with the board. Elijah Fisher going in strong. Fisher can't get it to go, but he's going to head to the line for two. Of course, Elijah Fisher touted as the #1 player in the world for the NBA draft class of 2023. And it's weird looking on the draft board and seeing right behind him LeBron James Jr. It's just weird to see that name there, but you know, he's on the come up, and of course Mikey Williams right behind him. It's just great to see a Canadian basketball player at #1. Of course, we just had RJ Barrett there, and Elijah Fisher continuing to show how good basketball is in Canada. Beautiful shot that time by Seastrom. I beg your pardon, that was Jax Brooks.
Brooks with the bucket, looking good right there. I like what I'm seeing here. I like what I'm seeing from both teams. Look at that defense there by Cross. Gets it back.
Cross trying to get it done on both ends of the floor. Can't finish that time, but he gets his own offensive glass. Gonna pull for three. Not a smart shot that time. 3-on-1 led by Brzdeikis. It's gonna go in strong. Good defense by Christopher, and blocked by Cross. Blocked again, but they're going to call a foul. He's going to head to the line for two. Elijah Fisher not giving up on the play.
Elijah's going in, and he's playing hard. That's what he does. Number 10 for Team Red. He's already got 12 points in this one, Anthony. He's doing well. He's just trying to get this MVP award. We'll see what happens. Misses the first one.
Just over 90 seconds remaining in the first half. It's been a high-scoring game. Elijah off on both, but rebound that time by Oludale. Jackson, pull up just inside the three-point arc, and he hits that one that time.
DJ Jackson, another player who can get it done out there. Solid basketball player, point guard leader. He's here with Manveer Verdi, also from St. Martin.
Hard drive that time by Makai Richardson, getting it to go. 61-57, just over a minute remaining in this first half. Nearly a turnover. Jackson comes away with it, but they're going to call a kick ball. It'll go back to Team Blue.
1 minute remaining in the first half. Team Red with a 4-point lead.
Cross. Trying to pull the moves. Zayden Cross. Tough drive that time. Looks like it's going to stay Team Blue.
And we'll see if we can get one of these players maybe on Team Red since they're leading, or we'll see who's up at the half. Try to get a couple words from them at halftime as well. So we want to thank everybody for joining us here. The inaugural NJC All-Star Classic. 24 of the top junior basketball players in the world right here at Humber College.
Jackson unable to hit the mid-range shot that time. Fighting for the ball down there. Kai Richardson for Team Blue. Christopher comes away with it. 25 seconds remaining in the first half. Cross wants this one-on-one matchup with Jackson. Cross, step back, decides not to take it. Off the mark that time with Seatram. I would hold it for the last shot here. Nearly stolen. Mahi going in strong. And he gets it to go with 3 seconds remaining.
I love how he adjusted on that layup. He looked like he was going to go past the basket, but he adjusted and flipped it up at the last minute.
And that's the half, 63-57. You're watching the NJC Classic. Team Red leads 63-57. We'll be right back at the start of the second half.
On point, on location, the NJC All-Star Classic special guest, 10 points in the first half, DJ Jackson. DJ, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, thank you.
We're glad to have you here. What do you think so far? You guys are up 63-57. You're up 6 points. How was that first half for you, man? Well, how'd you feel out there?
It was a great first half. You know, we're moving the ball, we're playing aggressive, getting everyone involved, and we're doing good out there.
Talk about playing with your teammate, Manveer, as well in this NJC All-Star Classic.
We're just going out there and having fun. You know, it's our first NJC All-Star game. Just getting better and doing our thing.
What do you think of the circuit overall? I mean, 3 circuit weekends followed by the championship weekend in Ottawa. Was it worth your while at St. Martin's to be involved in this?
Yeah, it was really worth it. You know, it was lots of fun, like traveling to different schools to play the sport we love, and it was lots of fun.
All right, if the people out there who are just seeing you today, if you want to talk about your game, what would you describe your game as?
I'll describe my game as more of like a scorer and like a playmaker, getting everyone like involved and stuff.
All right, what do you think about Team Blue? Are you guys going to take it in the second half? You're up 6. What are you guys going to do to continue this and get the W today?
We just got to keep working hard, you know, getting back on the transition offense, and we'll be good.
All right, there you have it, DJ Jackson, Team Red. He's got 10 points in the game so far. We're looking forward to checking him out in the second half. On point, on location at the inaugural NJC Junior All-Star Classic.
Welcome back to the NJC All-Star Classic. I'm Anthony Guile with Drew Ebanks here. It was an entertaining first half, to say the least. Just saw Drew Ebanks with the interview with DJ Jackson. He had 10 points in the first half, along with Elijah Fisher's 12 points, and Elijah Mahi's 11. And of course for Team Blue, Zayden Cross leading the way with 13 points. And Drew, what you see in that first half that really stuck out to you?
Well, obviously you called some names here. Fisher doing his thing. Mahi, not surprised because I've seen him all season long at the NJC circuit, getting it done inside and out. DJ Jackson. These are the names that we've heard and we've called. They've all been all-stars multiple times in the NJC circuit. Shaden Sharp, 11 points, as you mentioned, and Zayden Cross doing his thing. Very, very underrated player. Not talked about a lot, but I'll tell you right now, Zayden Cross, look out for him from Bill Crothers.
See both these teams going with different looks here, getting their bench started, getting their bench five to start here in the second half. Koji in the corner, Antwi unable to hit that time, but there's Plater. Barney, strong drive inside, he banks it in.
Canada Top Flight Academy. He's here, well-deserved all-star selection. He can get it done. You saw him get the contact and still make the bucket off the glass.
In and out that time, and Koji comes away with the board.
That was Verdi. Manveer Verdi, that's DJ Jackson's teammate, number 6 on blue. A bit quiet right now. I want to see him step up. I want to see him make his mark. You can't be cautious in this game. You can't. This is about fun. I want to see dunks. I want to see crossovers. I want to see guys getting loose.
Barney, not close that time. Koji, there's Plater looking for a screen from Rajic.
Oh, did you see that? Through the legs.
And he finishes it off, Sam Plater. Beautifully done.
That was a big time move. Crossover, pull back through the legs, and then a pull-up J. The jumper, the mid-range jumper, Anthony, is a lost art in basketball. You know that. You've seen a lot of games. I think if you can make use of that as well as the floater, because it's really hard to get inside sometimes.
Oh, beautiful no-look that time. Rajic can't finish off the pass later. Oh, yeah.
He's got to finish that. You're in an all-star game. You got to get your points if you want to get that MVP award.
Christopher, jab step, goes left. Taken away that time. Back comes Team Red. Plater, wide open lane. Oh, nearly blocked on the chase down. That time by Loic.
And you can see that Plater knows what he's doing. Smaller guy than Antwi, but he still managed to get the shot up and avoid getting blocked. Timeout on the floor right there. Team Red running away. They lead by 12, man.
Watching the NJC All-Star Classic, baby. Back at the NJC All-Star Classic. And both teams still going with their bench right now. Interesting tactic here by both coaches. Maybe they're resting the starters here for the end of the game, winning time. Good rebound that time. Antwi going in strong, tied up that time. Rajic, mid-range, pull up, in and out that time. And it's gonna go to Team Blue. See here, Coach Cedric Carter getting off the bench for the first time. A little adamant there.
You know, Coach Carter, if you know anything about him, Galaxy training, for Pine Ridge, he's a serious cat. Trish Biffin, assistant coach for him as well. They are serious. They took their second straight OFSA Gold AAA in Hamilton, and the shot has shocked the world. Shaq Price got it done. And speaking of Shaq Price, come on, coaches, where are you? Shaq Price should be a D1 player, and he's got to get something happening for him, and I'm pulling for that young man as well.
That time off the mark by Christopher, and it'll go back to Team Red. And yeah, that last shot in Hamilton made all the sports pages, Canadian and American. It was unreal. They definitely did it in dramatic fashion, to say the least.
I believe even LeBron either reposted or retweeted or reposted on Instagram or something. That shot was incredible. He even gave props to Shaq Price.
Hey, you know, when the king reposts, you know it's a great shot. Antwi to inbound for Team Red. Rajic. Spinning. Tough shot that time. Nice find in the corner. Off the front of the iron, and back comes Team Red. Here's Plater. Pulls up. Verstikis inside to Rajic. Beautiful ball movement, and he gets it. He lays it in.
You know, that one didn't look like it was going to go in, but after he missed that other layup on the reverse, he better make that second one. Good player from Michael Power, very tough inside.
Speaking of good players, Sharp throws it down with the tomahawk.
I told you, folks, if you don't know who Shaedon Sharp is, you better know him now. Top player in his class, one of them, of course, and he gets it done. Got hops, got bunnies, as we like to say nowadays. Got it done. The lean-in, big-time crank for him. Number 9 with 13 points for Team Blue, but they still trail by 12.
See Coach Crank here getting his starters in for the first time in this half. Elijah Fisher to inbound for Team Red. Antwi nearly loses the ball. Going in strong. Jackson can't handle the pass, and back comes Team Blue. Can't get it to go off glass that time. Lamour can't either, and he follows it up with a beautiful layup off glass.
Lamoureux gets his own rebound. Mike Pickering Pine Ridge getting it done there. He's got 4 points so far. He's a great player at the guard spot.
Verstikis can't get it to go on the layup, and there's DJ Jackson on the offensive glass. 12-point game halfway through this third quarter. Going in strong that time, and Antwi that time, beautifully done. You can look at Antwi and look at his body already. Very developed physical player. He's going to be a real strong player as he matures. Tough as nails out there for Thornley Secondary School. Antwi found himself in some trouble, and Jackson lays it in off the steal. I'll tell you, Team Red is not playing around right now. They want this victory. They're up 12, and they're playing full court pressure defense in an all-star game. Quite unprecedented, but you know what? It means a lot, I think, to get this W. Way off the mark that time by Richardson. Back comes Tyne. Oh, unselfish that time, but I thought he should have laid it in, but Jackson's going to head to the line regardless. You know what? As we pointed out before, you know, a lot of unselfish play out here, but I think it's a testament to the coaching, Anthony. Even though they're in an all-star game, no one's being selfish. Everybody's looking to make the best play, and I think that's what's setting our Canadian kids apart when they head down to the States a lot of times, and even up here in Canada. They play smart. They're well coached, as we mentioned. Coach Nick Crank getting his team to the NJC championship game, just falling short to Thornley. Coach Sean Bookall. Coach Bookall couldn't be here, had a conflict. He was the original name coach for Team Blue, but he could not make it. So we want to say what a job he did to win the inaugural championship. And as we mentioned, Coach Cedric Carter from the Pine Ridge Puma taking over. And well deserving at that. Is a great replacement, as good as they come. I would agree to that. Jackson unable to finish that time off glass. Shaedon Cross going in strong. Can't get it to go. A lot of roll-offs, a lot of missed layups, but it's to be expected in an all-star game. Still waiting for a dunk from Elijah Fisher. Sharp step back three off the front of the iron. There's Cross on the offensive glass, and he banks it in off glass. And you called out the Sharp three. He can do that. He can shoot from outside. He's got to continue to develop that as well. Maheed. Great patience that time, but unable to finish under the rim. Sharp gets fouled that time. Foul on the floor. Take it out of bounds. Cross now with the ball. Hands it off to Garcia. One-on-one with Tyne. Of course, that was a big matchup in the finals. Miller can't get it to go. Sharp. Oh, what a beautiful scoop layup off the offensive board.
You know, everybody was jumping out of their seat getting ready for Shaden Sharp right there. He's a young player that is really active, and you love to see the drive and the way he attacked the rim. If he didn't get shot there, he might have went right up and dunked it over everybody on the inside.
And he completes the three-point play. Elijah Fisher now going in strong. Elijah Fisher using that muscle. Can't get it to go, but he's going to head to the line. Had a chance at the free throw line, I should say.
You know, Elijah doesn't play around. He, you know, when it comes to bully ball, he will make you know he's on the court at all times. Not afraid to play physical. You love that. He's kind of an old school player because he relishes the physical contact, and he's usually on the positive end of those physical plays.
And Fisher splits the free throws, 82-70 for Team Red. Mahi can't hit that time. That was Uludale, and Zayden Cross going in hard, and he gets it to go over the outstretched hands of Emmanuel Uludale.
And I'll tell you, Cross right now, if Blue can come back in this, he's the front runner for the MVP. He's got 17 points already, and he's showing his immense talent out there.
Tyne, one dribble pull-up, well short that time, and back comes Shaden Sharp and Team Blue. Sharp, oh, strong drive, just loses it on his way up. Tyne tried to oop it to Elijah Fisher. We're hoping for a dunk that time, but Fisher lays it in off glass. Garcia, no look past the Sharp, and he banks it in that time. Pace has really picked up here nearing the end of this third quarter. Jackson gets it to go, trading baskets right now.
You can see the talent. I mean, whether it's passing, whether it's shooting the three, the pull-up jumper, dunks. There's so much talent on the floor, so much talent in this country. It's just oozing out from Canada. Jackson with the finish.
Step back shot off the front. Oh, he gets the shooter's roll that time. Lamoire. Elijah Fisher looking to answer back. Spinning, beautiful fade off the front of the iron. There's Jackson again on the offensive glass. They can't get it to go, and Tyne's going to pull up. Once again, 3 misses in a row for Team Red. Oh, what a find by Cross. Oh, he left him in his tracks.
I'll tell you, man, Tyler Garcia is just an unassuming young point guard, but he's one of the best in the country. He got it done all season. A champion, the MVP of the NJC championship game as well. That fake there got the crowd going. I love to see guys getting it done. And like I said, this is an all-star game. I want to see more plays like that. I want to see you drop players out there. No, you know, taking no prisoners when you're on the court at an all-star game.
And to the line right now is Elijah Mahi, of course, out of Pine Ridge Secondary School. He hits the first. 10-point game, 44 seconds to go. He makes the second, 90-79. Chance for a 2-for-1 here for Team Blue.
And you know what? Even in an all-star game, that's a pretty smart move. You know, try to get another possession out of it. See if you can cut this lead to single digits. It's 11 right now.
Doesn't look like they're in a hurry here, but Garcia trying to pull the moves once again. Great defense that time by Plater. Back down the other way, Amponsa. Oh, great chase down block by Zayden Cross.
And you know what? That's an amazing thing to see in an all-star game, and coaches want to see that. Are you willing to play defense? Are you going to run down a player on the break? And he did that right there, was Cross.
Garcia, unselfish that time. Oh, back and forth. Miller finishing it off that time inside. Okoji.
Here they have a chance. They have a chance to get another bucket.
Miller fouled on the floor. He's going to take it out of bounds here with 6 seconds remaining. 9-point game, 90-81.
And that's on Ponza, and that might be a good play because if they score there, they can cut it to 7. And he stopped the play right now there, and here's the inbounds.
Oh, great find. Cross. Can't beat the buzzer that time, and Ponza comes away with the rebound. And that's the end of the third quarter, 90-81. You're watching the NJC All-Star Classic. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back to the NJC All-Star Classic. Team Red with the 90-81 lead over Team Blue right now. 10 minutes to go, lots of time left alongside Drew Ebanks, Anthony Guile on hand. And what does Team Blue have to do here to get back in this game?
Well, they got to play defense. They have been playing D. That's what's gotten them back in. But they got to continue to play defense because as much as it's only a 9-point game, if they slack off on D, Team Red with all the talent can push it to a 20, 25-point lead as well. Again, want to thank the Humber Hawks for their gracious hosting, getting us the stats after every quarter, running the scorers table, just getting us everything we needed. There's Miller, and Leonard Miller scores his 8th point for Team Blue. It's only 7, Anthony. Here we go.
It's going to be a good game right down to the wire. And after 3 quarters, Zayden Cross leading Team Blue with 19 points, and DJ Jackson leading all scorers with 20 points.
DJ's trying to get that MVP if Team Red holds on.
Miller trying to pull the moves. Cross looking to add to his total. He's going to head to the line for 2, looking to get point 20 and 21 here.
Oh my goodness, Zayden Cross, he's such a fearless young man. I love his attitude. I want to shout out his head coach, Kirk Salesman as well, from Bill Crothers. What an institution that is. They put through some incredible athletes. We mentioned Emmanuel Miller. He's an alumnus of that school as well. A lot of talent in this city, in the Markham area, the northeast end of Toronto as well. We want to welcome everybody who's watching. If you're watching from the States, if you're watching from Canada, you'll be able to watch this later if you let your friends know about this game and that all this talent that's here on the floor. 24 of the best in the world. I've said it. I said it all week. We have 24 of the best junior players in the world here at the NJC, the National Junior Circuit. I want to thank Tony House as well. I mentioned him before. Kyle Skinner. I think I said Kyle Dines before. It's Dines Sports is his company. Kyle Skinner, Curtis McLean, and of course Fred Granum and Coach Roy Russell as well. Those are the members of the board and the organization that put this together.
3-point game here, 90-87. Out of nowhere, Team Blue has come right back into this game. And
possession basketball game. Team Blue with the ball, looking to complete the comeback.
Okay, it's 3-point game right now. Things are going to start to get testy. We've seen all-star games. We've seen the NBA. They start to play in the 4th quarter. Here we go.
And you know what, you're getting back to your point about the 24, some of the 24 best in the world here. Listen, some of these players still have 3 to 4 years to grow before the next level. That's what's really scary about this.
Very scary, but it's a good scary. Yeah. It's a good thing to have, a good problem to have. And we mentioned as well, look out for the NJC Junior Girls Circuit and the NJC Senior Boys Circuit as well. Tony House is not playing around. We're getting this done, and we're bringing you quality basketball throughout the country, and it's a national circuit. It's not an Ontario thing, it's not a Toronto, it's not a GTA, it's not an Ottawa thing, it's a national circuit.
That time Plater putting it in on the floater. Team Red on a 4-0 run here after Team Blue got back into the game and cut it down to 3.
I'm liking number 8, Anthony. I'm liking Mr. Plater. 13 points. I'll tell you, he's, putting it on notice. He's a young player to watch in the next few years.
And that's what this game's all about, Drew. It's about making your name. It's about raising your stock here. Putting your stock on notice here. I deserve to be in this game, and I deserve to be looked at with more attention.
Yeah, it's definitely, this is what we wanted to have. We wanted to have an exposure for these young players beyond their normal leagues, their league of their home areas. They all have their leagues, but a circuit where, once a month they could come and face top competition, and it's been such an amazing success. We've had some great games, 58-point games, as we mentioned. Shaden Sharp, 57-point game for DJ Jackson. Elijah Fisher, I believe, had some 40-point games, just getting it done on both ends. And there's that matchup I was talking about. Elijah Fisher, he knew it had to come.
There it is. You were asking for it, Drew, and he delivers. Elijah Fisher.
He could do it at will. Got it done defensively there, and look at him going coast to coast, crossover dribble,
give me a break.
Sidestep, but can't finish.
It's like a gazelle when he runs. His strides are so long. Fisher inbounds to Mahi.
I believe his head coach, Coach Will Russell, is down at the Final Four this weekend, and that's going to be big too. I can't wait to watch those games tomorrow and the championship on Monday. It's time, man.
Who you got?
It's time. Ooh, I had Duke.
Yeah, me too.
You know what? I like Texas Tech. I really do. I think they can pull it out. Jackson with the J. Yeah, I like Texas Tech. What about you, man? Who you pulling for in this?
You know what?
I think Michigan State's tough too. I think because they beat Duke, they got to be the favorite, man.
I was gonna say I'm pulling for Michigan State here, and you know what? Not only that, but their coach Tom Izzo is a proven coach, and he deserves this championship finally.
You know what? I tell you, Coach Izzo had a chance to talk to him a couple years ago, and we actually talked, and he said, you guys, he's been up to Canada, he's been up to the GTA, Toronto area, and he said, we have so much talent up here. He said it to me specifically. You guys are doing a great job, and I love to come up to Canada. So hopefully, Michigan State being, only about 4.5 hours away, hopefully they're going to continue to recruit Canadians. Dave Thomas is an alumnus of that school. He's still there in the coaching staff down there. And, of course, on the girls' side, Shea Colley getting it done for them on the ladies' side.
Team Red running away with it again here, bringing it back to a 13-point lead, 100-87. And Team Blue is falling apart here on the offensive end and the defensive end, really.
But you asked me, what could they do to get back into it, and I said defense. Yep. And I also mentioned that this Team Red has so much talent. Both teams have so much talent, but you can't let your guard down, because as soon as you do, it's 3-4 baskets in a row, and what's a single-digit game goes quickly to a double-digit game.
Exactly. Mahi taking it up. Mahi looking to blow by, and he does, and he's blocked that time by Miller at the rim. Cross. Shot that time.
Lamourie can't get it to go.
Looked like that was
that's a goaltend.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know the refs want to keep their whistles in their pocket, but that was clear.
Well, Blue got it. They need to get a stop here. Look at this. Those two are going to be going at it. Elijah.
You said they needed to get a stop. Easier said than done against Elijah.
And then they steal it. Team Red steals it and back with it again.
Oh, nice finish that time by Oludale. Cross has got to turn up here, get Team Blue back into this game. Long three-point shot. Well short that time. Uh-oh, here we go. Good finish that time by Oludale. Thought he might go up and jam that one down. Garcia
looked like he was going for that big dunk, but pulled up at the end.
Garcia is going to head to the line for 2 here off that jump shot attempt.
It's been an interesting game so far. It looked like it was going to be a little closer. 17 points right now. A timeout on the floor. Some unbelievable plays so far. Elijah Fisher already with 20 points. You know, he's making a case for MVP. DJ Jackson, 24 points for him. Unbelievable. Those two on the same team. That's got to be a scary thought.
Yeah, that has Division I written all over it with those two players.
CM Sports also supporting and a part of the event as well. We want to thank BioSteel for their contributions, keeping the players hydrated all season. Illminds Media. We want to thank all the media that's come through as well. NPH, they're in the building. MDP, they are inside. Universal Hoops as well are in here. Overtime is in the building. They're now in Canada. You know, we had a chance to meet up with Overtime, and they're here. They're a big American media company, and they're seeing the talent in Canada, and now they have Overtime in the building. Ronnie Mex, Team On Point, is here. Ruben Polanski is here as well. Josh Demeke is in the building as well. So it's great to see the support of all the media here for the NJC All-Star Classic.
I would say some of the media coming over from the States, I think it's long overdue. You know, we've had great talent brewing here in Canada for a long time, and it's only going to get better. And a prime example of that is the players on the floor right now.
It was Theo Demeke, my mistake there, not Josh. I don't know what I was thinking about, but shout out Theo for being here as well. And we appreciate all the support. We need to get the exposure out, let people know what's happening at the NJC.
Moore can't get it to go, and back comes Brzdikas and Team Red. Fisher, good cutoff that time by Miller, and here comes Zayden Cross. Cross going in strong. Can't get the acrobatic layup to go, but he's going to head to the charity stripe at a chance at a couple of free throws here.
Looked like it was a little late. I don't know if the referee was going to call it. I think she was waiting to see if it got went down, and obviously it didn't, so he was impeded, and it's a foul. Love to see it. Two lady referees, and I'm a huge supporter of women in all aspects of sports. Yeah, I've been there. We've supported, the girls' leagues, everything, and we love to see the talent rising. And it's great to see two ladies refereeing this junior boys all-star game. No difference in talent with the whistle.
Without a doubt. Miller, strong drive. Looked like he should have got called.
I think he could have went stronger there. I really do. It was nice, but you got to go harder than that. Oh!
Fisher. Speaking about going hard, he's going to head to the line at a chance at a three-point play. Elijah Fisher, express yourself to the world, young fella.
And that was Lamoureux, tried to physical him there, and Elijah just bumped him off with the shoulder. He's rising up now and looking to see if he can capture this MVP award. He's definitely one of the favorites here on Team Red.
Speaking of one of the favorites, DJ Jackson comes in with the offensive board. Sloppy basketball that time, but it will stay with Team Red.
Yeah, a little sloppy. Obviously, both teams, haven't played with each other much. A couple guys here and there. Obviously, Thornley has 3 representatives. Crestwood Prep has 3 representatives as well.
Take a quick timeout here. You're watching the NJC All-Star Classic. Team Red leads 108-91.
We can go over that.
Welcome back to the NJC All-Star Classic here at Humber College. Team Red right now with a 108-91 lead. 3:30 remaining in this fourth quarter. Elijah Fisher gets it to go off the glass.
Fisher gets his 24th point. Him and DJ Jackson vying for that MVP. Looks like Team Red's going to take it, barring a miracle comeback. Unreal bucket there by Garcia. What does he have? He's only got 7 points, but I bet you he's got at least that many assists as well.
Fisher. Oh, give me a break. He says, do you know who I am?
Elijah Fisher putting his claim right now just out of the blue, has come back looking to take the MVP. But we'll see what happens. There's a lot of good players vying for that award at the end of the game.
Cross trying to go in strong. Good find to Sharp. He can't bank it in, but there's Lamois. Oh, sorry, Miller gets it to go on the offensive glass.
All right, they got to put on a full court press or something. Yeah. They got an 18-point deficit, 2:28 left. They got to play hard and try to close this gap.
Looks like Jackson stepped out of bounds that time. Go back to Team Blue. Here's Vesh. Garcia. Crossover. If you're Team Blue, you got to be urgent here. You got to be smart with the time. Cross. Oh, in and out that time, but great move. Everything but the finish.
Zayden Cross has the moves. Fisher. I think that's going to solidify it. He's got 29. I think he's going to be MVP more than likely. There's Cross again with the finish and one. 20-point game. Team Red with the lead.
And I think on the other end, Zayden Cross definitely the MVP of Team Blue here.
21 points for Cross. He's showing that he's one to be reckoned with. Bill Crothers, secondary school, representing. What an evening it's been. Only one game tonight, but one with a lot of great plays so far, and it's been a great season. You know, this All-Star game kind of came out of the blue. We wanted to reward these young players for putting in such great efforts throughout the season. And Tony House and the crew, Curtis McLean, Ro Russell, Fred Granham, Kyle Skinner, myself, we got it done. And we're so happy we can provide this opportunity for these young ballers.
And it's crazy. It's only the first one, too, and definitely many more to come. Senior, junior, women. You know, it's gonna be fantastic. This league has brought so much attention to these great Canadian players, and it's only gonna improve as the years go on.
And it's the junior level. Remember, we've got 2 prep leagues here in Canada that are doing amazing things, but there hasn't really been anything for junior basketball. There was a junior Ontario Junior Championship previous to this, but now this is a national junior circuit. So it's an amazing opportunity for junior teams to get high-level competition, 3 weekends of the season, and then 1 final weekend for the championship weekend.
Final 90 seconds here. Plater has had himself a good game with 13 points. Can't add to it there, and back comes Fresh and Team Blue. Makai Richardson, wild pass that time, and it will go back to Team Red here. 112 remaining, 117 to 98 for Team Red.
And Richardson's got to look to score that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know who he was trying to pass it to there, but be a little selfish at times in an All-Star game.
It's the last minute. You want to get the best shots you can right now for your individual self, and we'll see here as a Koji pass it up to Plater. Rajic using his muscle that time. Can't get it to go, and back comes Team Blue. Looks like the clock stopped there for a second. Looks like we got a little bit of a problem here with the score clock.
Clock is stuck.
Well, at least it happened at the end of the game and not midway through.
Definitely. Again, we want to thank Humber College for doing such a fantastic job. Look at the setup in this gym. You know, they've got everything. They got the digital board going on with the advertisers. They've got the floor nice and clean. The staff here, Humber College always gets it done and always on point. Rajic at the line.
He makes the second that time.
He's going to be on the victorious team.
Makai Richardson. Christopher gonna let it fly here. Why not? And he makes it. Nathan Christopher. Why not?
That was deep. That was real deep right there. Nice shot to get them over the century mark. And Ponza comes right back. Now watch out for Amponza as well. Next season, I think with more development, he's going to continue to get better.
A sneaky player there, you know, definitely someone to watch out for.
Yeah, for sure. He was named All-Star a few times this season during the circuits, and I look for him to continue to get better.
Man. What a game this was. For the first one ever, it was definitely entertaining. Didn't lack any entertainment, I should say. Maybe near the end of the game here, but what talent displayed. No words, really.
Yeah, it was a great game. I think a little choppy at times, but that's to be expected in an all-star game. But look at the talent and what they showed out there. Dunks, three-pointers from way, way out. Great dimes as well. This is just the beginning. I think what I would tell some of these players is loosen up a bit. Have a little fun when you're here. But you know what? They don't want to look bad in front of the fans. But I'll tell you, by next year, they're going to know exactly what it is when they come to this all-star game. So I'm really proud of the NJC organization for putting on the season as well as putting on this incredible event tonight. And stick around. We're not going anywhere. We want to know who gets the MVP award in the game. Should be an award, I believe, for both teams. So we'll see how it shakes out.
Watching the NJC All-Star Classic.
National Junior Circuit. Tony House will be presenting the MVP gifts to the players. And the MVP from Team Blue goes to Bill Carruthers Secondary School's very own number 11, Sam Carruthers. And the MVP for the NJC inaugural All-Star Classic goes to National Preparatory Champion and #1 player in 2023 in the world, number 10, Elijah Fisher. We got both teams on the scores table to line up for a group shot. Right at the free throw line.
Red free throw line as well, guys. We'll get a team shot, and then we'll do a group shot with everybody. So you guys set it up. Guards at the front, right in the free throw line. Right here, guys, free throw line. Free throw line. Yeah, team and then group. Yeah. Free throw line. Free throw line, guys. Take the lower shirts off. Just hold it.
So team.
Guards at the front, forwards at the back. Hold it, guys. Hold on. Come over, Mike. Come over, Mike. Say it. Yeah.
Just tell him to go and like, what do you need? Tell him what to do.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
All right,
Thanks
bro.
for coming
No doubt,
through.
no doubt. Tag you in that too as well.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Where do you want the group?
Like this,
Here?
I think. Yeah.
You got your shot? Okay, guys. Guys. Full group. Mix it up. Hey, guys, mix it up. Mix it up. Mix it up.
Kind of form a semicircle, kind of around the circle. You want to turn it? You want to do it? No.
Everybody move over this way.
Ruben, you good with that? Yeah. AJ, you think that's better than against with the backdrop? Good? Okay. AJ's still doing
He's
it.
working, man. He's working.
It's on point, baby. All right, we're good. Thanks, guys. Thank you guys for everything this year, eh? Thanks for everything this year. Unbelievable. Let's get Elijah and Zayden right here. Elijah and Zayden, come on up. Come on up.
Two MVPs?
Yeah, give me a sec. Let me just put this quick on the screen. We're gonna
Do it, yeah.
come on up, guys. Hold on, we gotta interview quick for the stream. Watch out for the stream. Oh, for the stream. Picture? Yeah. Good guy. Get the picture. Come, guys. What? For the stream.
I'm gonna get some audio. It's all right. I'm gonna.
Oh, you know what?
Where is it? Where's your thing?
Oh, Zane's got it. It's okay. We can always use Zane's audio if we have to. Just use your road, but you gotta be off to the side. You can come a little, but you have to be off to the side. Yeah, we're gonna.
Okay.
Yep.
Camera right there, Cody.
AJ, you gotta move over though. On point, on location, we have the two MVPs of the inaugural NJC All-Star Classic. Elijah Fisher. Elijah, you got it done today. Oh my goodness, what a game for you. Talk about being here in the game and getting it done for your squad, Team Red.
Being in the game is a great opportunity to know like this is the first time NJC is going on and they had a great All-Star game. And to make my team win is great to make history.
Zayden Cross, big game for you. You guys came out and put it on the floor and got it all done. Talk about being in the game and having fun out here.
It was a fun experience. It's a good experience for everyone that played in this game. We started off short, but unfortunately we couldn't come up with the W. Just next year, for the guys that are coming up, just have a good game and have fun.
What's it like playing against this guy right here, man?
Since grade 8, we've been going at each other for a long time. Knowing that we end up on the same team is going to be crazy.
Elijah, what about you playing against Zayden, man, and some of the other guys that you played against with?
Feels great going against Zayden, going at him because we've been battling since we were young, going back and forth, but now that we're on the same team now, it's pretty tough now.
Talk about being in the circuit this year, the 4 sessions, the 3 sessions, and then the championship weekend in Ottawa. You guys fell a little short, but you played valiantly. How was it for you playing in the NJC?
For me, playing NJC was great. I got to showcase my talents in front of national TV, in front of everyone. The 44 ball against Pine Ridge, and then we came up a little bit short, but I felt like next year we got it.
All right. right, hang on a sec, Elijah. Zayden, what about you? Playing here in the NJC, how much did it mean for you?
It meant a lot, you know, knowing that the young talent coming up playing against us, it's just been very good. And knowing that we have a lot of talent in Canada, it's just evolving. So it's pretty fun this year.
All right, there you have it, the two MVPs. Elijah Fisher, his team gets the W, but you guys are winners as well. Team Blue, you fought valiantly. Zayden Cross, thank you guys for both being here. We on point on the live stream. We want to thank everybody for being here. It's been fantastic. Stay tuned. Anthony and I will be updating or recapping the game as well as the stats. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
What a game that was at the first NJC All-Star Classic right here at Humber College. You just had a chance to interview the two MVPs, Elijah Fisher, who dropped 30 and 11, and Zayden Cross, who finished with 22 points. Drew, what are your overall takeaways from this inaugural All-Star game?
Well, we've been beating the dead horse all day, Anthony. The talent, the talent, the talent. Unbelievable talent here in Canada. 24 of the best juniors, not only in Canada, not only in North America, but in the world, right here at Humber College. We saw everybody getting into the action. We saw Tyler Garcia getting it done. We mentioned Zayden Cross, MVP, DJ Jackson. You can go down the line of guys who performed incredibly in this game. Of course, Elijah Fisher. Why don't you break down the stats, let the people know who scored and who did what out there?
Yeah, of course. like I said, Elijah Fisher, 30 and 11, but also DJ Jackson, 24. And not to sleep on Elijah Mahi either, with 13 points. Also, like I said, Shaden Sharp, he had a lot of hype coming into this game. We saw a big dunk from him, finished with 18 points, and really just an outstanding show out today from the fans and everybody here. Like we said, Humber College, great show. Thank you so much for having us here.
Shaden Sharp, a guy who's getting it done on the glass, hops galore. He was impressive. That off the rebound was unreal. He almost had a second off the rebound as well. You know, there's so much talent on the floor. You know, we can go down Christopher Nathan out of CTA Academy, Canada top flight. You know, we can look at some of the other players. I like Plater as well. Sam Plater, 10 points in the game out of the Kingston area. I think he did a very good job. No one thought, you know, he was going to do that well here against all these big guns, but he actually got it done. Really proud of him, and it's just a testament to the talent that's here, the coaching that's here in Canada as well, that the NJC was a massive success. 3 sessions this year, and a final championship weekend. Thornley Secondary School, they took the championship, the MVP, Tyler Garcia. So what an incredible year. Elijah Fisher was the MVP on the losing side for Crestwood Prep in that as well. So next year, it's going to be even more. There's going to be a lot more teams. I think we've already got calls to have other teams join the fray. It's been incredible. I want to thank some of the sponsors, of course, in this Canadian Northern Strategies, CM Sports, BioSteel, On Point Basketball, Ill Minds Media, Dine Sports as well. Humber College, we want to thank them for hosting this championship. Am I missing anyone? I don't think so. You know, just we want to say thank you on an incredible season here at the NJC. And we're looking forward to next year and doing it up even bigger. And don't forget, as we said, there's going to be a girls NJC as well. And look for the boys high school NJC circuit to come around as well. So we're not stopping here. We want to thank Tony House for coming up with this incredible idea to get this done. Kyle Skinner of Dine Sports, another person behind everything. Fred Granham on the board, Ro Russell on the board, myself on the board as well. Curtis McLean from CM Sports. So it's been a fantastic journey, but it has to come to a close for now. But it's been incredible, Anthony.
Right. And of course, at the end, Team Red comes away with the victory, 121-103. This has been the NJC All-Star Classic. For Drew Ebanks, I'm Anthony Gallo saying have a good night.